Our office up in front has been a real problem due to the fact that once an officer gets in there and starts taking a report, that's really the only egress that we have to the hallway from this office. Coming in here is very difficult for someone to sit down with, somebody take a report, people walking through, trying to go to the restroom, things of that nature.
Yeah.
So it's basically
through here.
Had a wall built over here. This actually used to be open all the way here. We've taken some of this stuff and put it in different areas. We're going to put an office back here so we can actually bring our community back here, have a little more quiet time with them, so that way they can make it to reports and things of that nature. And also go upstairs to make a report. As a matter of fact, in the last 2 weeks, we've had probably about 5 different parents bring their kids in so that we take them upstairs, which has been real good, gives them a more private area, so that way the SROs can talk to the students and also to their parents on some issues that they've had at school and some laws that have been broken and things like that. Coming in here, John Q. citizens can come in here and be fingerprinted before we're booking a prisoner in. And there's really no area here to put a gun in. If we put one in the gun locker and we try to keep guns out of the area, we've got other officers coming back and forth, coming through the back door. Everybody's got guns on. So it's really hard to turn around security in this area here. So we're wanting to make it really a secure area. Well, here, if you can imagine, we had 2 supervisors that sat in there, and another supervisor would be coming in. It's just there was no workspace whatsoever. As we go upstairs, you'll be able to see how much more room we'll be able to. In our communication center, we have our dispatchers, and we also had our records, which our records clerk. Well, now she's back where Andy Cho and Angela Williams share an office utilized for emergency management. So we look at the new siren system and everything like that. We put it back here instead of being way back over in that cubby hole. There was very little tearing down walls or anything up here. We tried to utilize all the space that was already in place. As you can see downstairs where we were, the problem downstairs is when the officers come in on shift change, they do a briefing. They try to get information out, what the troubled areas are, any information on subjects they're wanting. The problem it is, all the information they were talking about, the prisoners could hear. If we have teams coming in through the county, we had the FBI and some other groups coming in to a warrant sweep. We had to go somewhere else because we couldn't use it in the briefing room because all the people there, they may have friends and brothers and whoever it may be that we're getting ready to do a roundup. We can do a couple things here. One, we do briefings, we can do training, anything we need to. This gives us a lot more space where the officers can come in. We used this the other day when there was a warrant sweep, but everybody in here, sitting down here, got all the information out, mapped out everything up here on the wall, so they get good information briefings before they go out, before they do the sweep, which was really good.
I reckon you're going to have that downstairs eventually someday fixed up like this is?
Yes, sir, we'd like to. I mean, we're going to do bits and pieces of it. I mean, we're not going to...
The bond wasn't any money, though, for the downstairs, was it?
No, sir. There's some other monies that we're looking at through capital and stuff like that maybe next year. It's not going to take a whole lot, what we'd like to be able to do down there. I mean, there's not going to be carpeting or anything really. I mean, some of it's going to be some changes. There's one room that's actually carpeted. We want to pull it out and put tile down. Most of it's just painting and cleaning some of the stuff up down there.
Yeah.
And once we've got a lot of stuff out of there, we'll be able to do that. And we're basically, as we're moving up here, we're seeing more and more stuff that we can move up. Once the officers bring their evidence in, they can come in here, like I was telling you, they can start entering their evidence here. They've got all the equipment as far as putting in boxes, sacks, whatever they need to do. Once they get through, then they come over here, they open this box, or this cell over here, they put all their evidence in, they push a button, they can't open it. On the other side, there's another office, and that is the property room office. So the only one that has a key to the office over there are the property room people. And the only one that can get on the other side over here on this is the property room. So I don't even have a key to it. So that way we maintain chain of evidence. The room that you'll see we won't go in, but you'll see the door back over here on this side is actually the property room. So when the clerk brings it in, the officer brings the property out of here, he puts it in the computer, makes sure he logs everything in, then he turns around, gives it a number, and it goes into the property room. So that way we maintain it in the property room. So if someone needs it, then they have to go through the property room and get it there. The property room officer, he'll look at stuff like found property, anything like that. Then basically what he'll do is if there's any way to check it, to find out if it's been stolen somewhere, he'll pull the reports to see if there's a report somewhere and try to get it returned. I mean, we want to get the property returned.
What about a weapon that you've had for a year or so and you can't find an owner or anybody that's got any connection to it? You allowed to sell that then?
We don't sell them. We'll trade a certain amount of guns to be able to utilize for us. We'll trade it to an arms dealer. If we can get a shotgun or we can get ammo or something, that way it helps us from a budgetary standpoint. The Saturday night specials and things like that, we get rid of them, they're destroyed. We do not sell anything back to the public. This is a refrigerator. So any blood or anything like that, they come up and you can see there's vents, so there's different areas here. So if someone comes in on a Saturday night, they put something in here, or they lock it, it's locked. Someone else comes in on Sunday night, they got another one, they can lock it, so that way you've got more than just one. But it's refrigerated and maintained from that standpoint. You're looking at blood and some of those things, that anything that they might look at, coagulation and stuff like that. Sergeant Choate's office. Choate basically in charge of our investigation. And he also basically is over our school resource officers. He's also over our drug task force officer. He's also over our drug team, which basically if, for example, over the weekend we had a call out, there was a meth lab. We have certain officers that are trained. They've been equipped through DEA and things of that nature, so we've got a lot of good equipment that we've gotten either through grants or the feds have given it to us so we can get them out to deal with the laboratories and stuff like that. Then we also deal with the county and we deal with the state, especially if there's anything that needed to be taken in as far as hazardous material. We do not store any hazardous materials up here. So anything that comes in, we have to turn around and take it to the proper facility so we can get rid of it. But also we have to have the people trained to be able to handle that stuff. The door that Patrick is behind is actually the property room. I don't have it. Sergeant Choate's office. Choate basically in charge of our investigation. And he also basically is over our school resource officers. He's also over our drug task force officer. He's also over our drug team, which basically if, for example, over the weekend we had a call out, there was a meth lab. We have certain officers that are trained. They've been equipped through DEA and things of that nature, so we've got a lot of good equipment that we've gotten either through grants or the feds have given it to us so we can get them out to deal with the laboratories and stuff like that. Then we also deal with the county and we deal with the state, especially if there's anything that needed to be taken in as far as hazardous material. We do not store any hazardous materials up here. So anything that comes in, we have to turn around and take it to the proper facility so we can get rid of it. But also we have to have the people trained to be able to handle that stuff. The door that Patrick is behind is actually the property room. I don't have it. We bring the people in here, that's where we do our interviews, and we can, what's nice about it is we can record everything. So that way from an evidentiary standpoint, we can turn around and get that and take care of it.
When you say interview, that's suspect of some kind?
That's right. That's what I was talking about. We've had a number of parents and you know children coming here and
those that's in trouble.
Yeah, but what's nice, you know, is it gives them an opportunity to have some confidentiality, you know, as far as the little security where everybody can't hear their conversations and things of that nature.